and welcome to another episode of the APA Poolplayer Nation podcast. I'm Becky Johnston here with Jason Bowman, and we've got another great episode for you here today. Before we get started, as usual, make sure you go follow us on all of our social platforms, Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, anywhere that you consume your social media,
where you
pretty
can
much.
Find us.
Yeah, where you can find us. Where we post all of our stuff. So go follow us. All right. Well, we're kind of our post-Vegas episode, right?
Post-Vegas, pre-USAM. We're kind of like
That's true. Yeah, we're like in between the two of them.
It's that time of year.
Yeah, it's that time of year. We finished up with Vegas a little over a month ago. World Pool Championships, of course.
Mm-hmm. It's a good event.
Yeah, really good.
A little different with the Showdown Series events. Moving, to April was still pretty full, though. Like, you were out there, there's still a lot of people.
There was still so many, almost 14,000, I think it was.
I think Greg said, Greg Fletcher, APA president, said in the opening ceremonies that it was the largest 8-ball championship ever. So, I mean, still,
right.
You add 20 teams of 8 people, those numbers add up pretty quick,
right.
Pretty exponentially.
Yeah, I think it was close to 800 teams this year, just under 800 teams.
In just
I
the
want to
8-ball?
say, in just 8-ball. Yeah.
And then another 600 or so in the 9-ball, and I don't know how many were in the team captains, but that's another big one. 384.
384, I want to say. Yeah.
Yeah. So multiply all those times, or the team captains by 5,
right.
Multiply the 9-ball and 8-ball by 8, and
yeah,
that's kind of what it looks like. And so, but it was nice because you could tell it was a little thinned out, a little more breathing room, maybe walking room, maybe a little easier to get down to the tournament room. Still a lot of people, and still a great event. I mean, it was something else. It was a lot of fun, a lot of great crowds in Pool Dog Arena. There was a lot of large crowds in there every time. Which we kind of didn't know this time with the events being switched around and people potentially leaving in between the two. It was. Yeah, I mean, it was like standing room only at a lot of points in there. And that's great. I mean, that's what we're going for. That's what it's a great experience for the players that get in there. And, of course, we had the special exhibition between Japan and Singapore. That's right. Singapore won, for the record, second year in a row.
I would say that's their second year, right?
But we did a one-on-one with the top player from Japan, the top player from Singapore, and Japan won that one. So it was kind of a trade-off. But that was a fun event. I'd like to figure out a way to do is like get a team from each country. That'd be cool. And do like a 4-team face-off kind of deal.
Canada, Japan,
Singapore, the U.S. team, and just a single elimination. Because, I mean, the hard thing is with these teams is their schedules. Right. Like, it's a real challenge. We didn't know until the day of that exhibition that both teams, they had to both be out of the tournament. Right. So either you got to find a spot on the bracket where they're both not playing and they're both not sleeping. Yeah. Right? Because these teams that are coming from across the globe, their sleeping patterns are all flipped.
We think our 2 hours is a big deal.
It's hard for me to adjust. Right. That's the worst part of Vegas for me is the sleep. It really is. But anyway, so it was pretty cool to be able to do that exhibition. I'd like to figure out a way to expand it next year into like a one-day, a team from each country, and just see which one comes out on top. But it was fun. There's always a lot of interest in that. So I thought that was cool. Obviously, we had all the fan favorites back. Florian was there for a few days. Jeanette was there the entire event. Yeah. And which is great to see. Great to see her out there. I know fans love interacting with her. And then our good friend Dr. Q. Yeah. Still doing his thing. And speaking of him, he's been killing it on social media. He has been. If you haven't looked at our TikTok or our reels on Facebook and Instagram lately, we brought him into the studio a couple weeks ago and people
shot
love
a bunch
Dr.
of they
Q.
do. He's just the sweetest. He's such a good guy, and his content is very good. It's easy. I think it's because it's easy to understand. Players just kind of easily relate with it.
I think our original social media content, if you go out there, you were talking about going to our YouTube page. Go look at our YouTube page. Some of our original social media content is Dr. Q.
It is.
And I think it's like how to make the 8 on the break. It's got like probably 1 million views.
I don't know if it has that. It has a lot.
It's like one of our most viewed videos.
It was our most viewed video.
Yeah,
I don't know
at
if
least on the
but,
YouTube platform. I know we got some 10 million views on TikTok, certain videos. You never know with TikTok what's going to go, but
No, you don't. But his videos on TikTok have been performing extremely well. So if you haven't already, go out there and check them out. And we'll be posting more, of course, as we filmed a lot of stuff with him. So we got tons more to come too.
So players had a chance to interact with the fan favorites. The just a ton of vendors. I know. I'm like, where do all these vendors come from? Like, and what do they do the rest of the year? There's only, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe
sell
they just
online.
I guess so. Some of them do. I don't know that all of them do though.
Yeah.
So, but just packed. It was really packed. I mean, I know it was a little thinned out, but still very packed.
It didn't
and
seem
a great
super
time.
full,
I mean, I talked to a lot of people out there. It was your first time back.
First
in a
time
while.
back in like 5-ish years.
Yeah.
Like
What'd you
pre-COVID.
think? I mean,
it was
same
like
as
I
it
never
always
left.
was.
Everyone was asking me that. I'm like, it's good to be back. It's good to see everybody. But on the other hand, I've been doing this for so long. It was kind of like
Pool Dog Arena you hadn't
left.
really seen in its current iteration.
No, that was very cool to see in person.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been to other, and obviously I follow everything on our social platforms, and I'm there virtually. But being there in person, it was cool to see the setup of everything.
Yeah. And shout out to Pool Dog too for all their support. I mean, the reason their name is on that arena is because they do help sponsor our live stream coverage, which is a big deal. There's a ton that goes to the setup of that room. None of it's inexpensive, I promise you.
No.
And so they certainly help make that possible. They allow us to bring that to everybody for free. And so when it's Christmas time, my point here is when it's Christmas time, go to pooldog.com and make sure you're getting your favorite
gifts.
pool player stuff from them, because they're good folks. They really are a very supportive group, Kevin and his team, and appreciate everything they did to make that happen.
Yeah,
so.
they're all great guys.
But otherwise, great event. And I mean, we'll be back in like 6 weeks. I mean, we're going right back to Vegas, which is different.
Yeah, it'll be we're usually doing the USAM, but it's not usually in Vegas.
No, it's not usually in Vegas.
Is it ever, or just in a really?
I think in like the mid '90s.
Okay.
Maybe like one of the very first.
Before our time.
Yeah, I mean, when I came along in 2000, we were in Maryland, and so I think maybe mid to late '90s. There was a couple years Las Vegas Q Club, if memory serves, but it's been a long time. And I know we talked a lot about it earlier this year, the move and why it was necessary. I don't know that we were necessarily looking to go back to Vegas with it. It was more Westgate had availability. I will say this, being able to work with the Westgate really helps, especially an event like USAM that's so much smaller, more intimate. Hotels, convention centers, they generally want you to bring in a whole bunch of people. Right? And with that event, I mean, you're really talking about 150 people, player-wise, maybe 20 staff, maybe. 10, 15 staff.
Much smaller scale.
And
much smaller scale.
But I'm excited to see how that looks, because it'll be different, to be at the Westgate when there's only 150 instead of 15,000.
Yeah.
I've been there before when we don't have an event, and it's definitely a different vibe.
Yeah.
So that'll be different. The weather in November.
We've never been in November.
I've been there like late November before. When it actually gets a little cool out there.
Yeah, we went to the Moscone one year in Vegas.
Late November, early December, So I'm hoping it's decent weather, not crazy hot like it was in August, but we'll see. So that's on the horizon. So there's just a lot going on. We just had the USAM qualifiers, and we'll probably talk about that next,
weekends.
I guess, on our next show.
I've got that on the agenda for
there are
next month.
some familiar names, and I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag, but, if you follow us on social media, you'll know some of the big dogs that are coming back. Maybe the biggest dog of them all.
Maybe
I'll just tease it with that.
Maybe we could get him on the show.
Yeah, we'll see.
I
got a message from him yesterday, actually.
Okay. So maybe you'll have to.
So we're not gonna throw the name out there yet, but if you follow us on social, maybe you're kind of.
Or if you're familiar with the events at all, maybe you already know.
But it should be great.
Somebody posted it on. I threw a thread out there on social to post your photos from the USAM qualifiers, and this individual's photo has been posted out there.
Okay, so it's out there. So. There's your hint. There's your path. Follow the treasure map to the information.
But we'll for sure talk more about that event in our podcast next month.
Yeah, but some fun teams in Vegas. Yeah. Some very worthy champions going home with a lot of prize money. And
new champions.
What was it like? What was the prize payout? $1.2 million or something like that?
$1.2 million, $1.3 million, something like that.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? And I'm going to talk about this because see this all the time on social media. People are like,
I can guess where you're going.
The prize money never goes up, yada yada yada, and it's like it goes up recently, every single year. Well, what they're talking about is the top prize not going up, which you're right, it did go up a couple years ago. It went from, I don't remember what 8-ball was, maybe 25, so it went to 30.
And then 9-ball went from
15 to 20. But what you have to understand about the prize money, it does go up every year. It goes up because it corresponds with the number of teams that go out there, but we pay that money out through the field. We don't make it top heavy. We could. One of the reasons we don't is we worry that it would encourage nefarious people to try to get in, people that really don't belong in
that
this
word
event.
That we shall not say.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if it's just about like skill level manipulation, but just like bring in people that, if it was $100,000 top prize and you had less payout to the rest of the field.
Right.
I don't know. I just don't think that's what the event's about. You know?
And I mean, we have players of all skills, all backgrounds, that come out for this event. So I think that.
But I just wanted to correct that misconception. I'll be nice and call it a misconception.
Every year we get those comments.
I know, and a lot of times it's just haters, right, that are trying to stir the pot. But I promise you, prize money goes up every single year, and that prize money number does not include everything players get to go to Vegas, like what they get from their local league.
Yeah.
Whether that's money for your flights and hotel, whether they're booking your flights and hotel. People don't factor that stuff in. No. Same thing with the singles program. I mean, you're talking about people getting travel assistance. You're talking about people getting hotel stays. Same thing with USAM. Like people don't. It's like there's more than just what the first place person or team gets.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people are selective in interpreting that information. But
they are.
I promise you, it goes up every year, and it goes up like it should. And I don't think anybody rivals it in not just amateur pool, but in amateur sports. I mean, typically amateur sports don't have cash payouts.
This is true. This is very
we
true.
We do. But anyway, so I kind of went on a tangent here. But, I read all the comments when we're doing the live stream commentary, and I can't address all of them because, we're talking about the match in front of us. But that's one that I had on my mind from Vegas that I want to make sure I addressed.
That's good. Because, I mean, our numbers have continued to increase this year. We talked about being close to 800 teams in 8-ball. People get a payout as soon as they get to Vegas.
Yeah, every team, at least every team in the
8-ball and
9-ball. Now, the team captains event is a little different because it's a showdown series event, right? There's no league system where team captains are playing on teams. There's probably a qualifier tournament and that's it. So there's no funding of that program. Same kind of thing with the wheelchair. Some people say, why is the wheelchair top payout $2,000 or whatever it is? And it's like, well, because there really is no qualifying structure for wheelchair. That's just APA supporting it. There's no wheelchair league. I don't believe there's any wheelchair qualifying tournaments. It's generally that there's just a wheelchair player in one league area, and that league operator will do some things to support getting that player out there to play. So that's just
smaller field too.
That's more of a good, kind of just giving back type of event. That's not one that's actually funded from participation by any stretch. So anyway, but it was a great event.
Yeah.
I've said that several times.
Yeah, really good.
Did you do anything fun?
You
didn't, did you?
I really did. We besides going, I know,
I didn't
boring.
Either, really.
I was going to say, what did you buy?
I did hit a royal flush on a machine, though, for $1,000. I had to split it with my buddy Kevin Hinkabine because we'd played the system.
Yeah, you guys play your system.
But that was exciting. I mean, that was probably the highlight.
Yeah. I mean, I hung out with, people I haven't hung out with in a minute.
Yeah.
I didn't go to the pool.
Did you go to the pool?
I did go to the pool.
No pool for me this time. It's crazy.
One day.
Yeah, I just couldn't do it. It was kind of smoky when we first got out there. Remember
it was.
The smoke? Wildfire smoke.
It was.
From California.
It seemed to kind of dissipate as
actually, when I was flying out, crossing over the Grand Canyon, that big hole in the earth, you could see the fire. There was a fire coming from outside the rim of one of the canyons. Yeah, so that's actually in Arizona, but that was on my way out. So I think the smoke we had in Vegas was from the wildfires in California because everything comes east. But,
I'm always an aisle seat person, so I don't get to
I
see
do
out
too,
the
but I like to
window.
peek. It drives me crazy when the person on the window puts the shades down. I'm like, stop doing that. I want to see some.
At least when you get across that
I
part.
feel like I'm in a cave.
I saw a TikTok about that.
Really?
Like, don't sit. Basically, someone was going on about that. Like, don't sit by the window if you're gonna shut it. Like, if you're gonna shut the window.
I get it.
But
Some
I'm
people
like,
just
some people
want
like
to sleep
sleep
on it. Yeah.
especially Vegas.
But yes, we had some great teams, some worthy teams. We talked to one of the champions.
We did. We
see how
we
life
brought
is
in
as a world champion now.
Fried Pickles.
Fried
Pickles
you
are
like fried pickles?
I
like
do
fried
like
pickles.
fried pickles. I had some good ones out in Vegas, actually.
Really?
Yeah,
Where
I
at?
did. Now, from Shake Shack, which I know that's like a chain.
Shake Shack, fried pickles.
It's a chain. Yeah, they had really good ones.
All right.
I like a good fried.
Nice.
But anyways, Fried Pickles are 9-ball champions. We brought a couple of the members of that team on and had a chance to chat with them about, like you said, how life's been since and how it was, when they won that championship.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at that. All right, we are joined today by Karen and Nick of the Fried Pickles.
Fried pickles, baby.
Our newly crowned 9-ball champions.
What's up, guys?
Woohoo! Good morning, afternoon.
Coming to us from Houston, Texas, right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
That is correct.
Everything's bigger in Texas. Is that the saying? Including the fried
Hotter, for
pickles? Hotter, okay.
So why don't we start about you guys kind of telling us about your journey to make it to the 9-ball championship in Vegas?
You want to talk about when we first put the team together or just this actual year?
Both. I want to hear the
let's hear
story of
about it.
both.
So Fried Pickles came into being when it's about 2014. Karen and I were on a team together, and we somebody had ordered fried pickles, and we were kind of nervous during the city championship. And we started laughing because it made us kind of giggle a little bit. So Karen came up with the idea and said, you know what, that's a good team name. Why don't we call ourselves the Fried Pickles? And that's how it came to be.
All right. So, but the thing there is, like, do you guys eat fried pickles? Are you fans of fried pickles? Or was it just a one-time and it's stuck kind of deal? Do you celebrate with the fried pickles?
When we would, at his other bar that he owned, he'd have a cooking area, and I would always order the fried pickles when I would go. And at some point, we ordered them so much, he said we needed a team name, and I just came up with, well, why don't we do it Fried Pickles? Some of the team members do not like fried pickles.
Oh.
Oh, no.
I would have thought it would have been a prerequisite of being part of a championship team, but I
Right.
guess.
I believe the original team did. But, we've switched out members throughout the years. But, yeah, it's stuck. We like our fried pickles. And we have a little fried pickle dance.
Oh, really?
Really?
We didn't get to see
We
that.
didn't see the fried pickle
No.
dance in the live stream. Can you show us a glimpse of the fried pickle dance or no?
Karen's our expert on that. I'll let you.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the only one that does it, I guess.
Karen, I gotta see it.
We
You
need
brought
to
it up.
see
I gotta
this.
see it.
Yeah.
Let's see the fried pickle dance.
Okay.
It's just kind of
Oh, okay.
fried pickle, kind of,
All right.
I
a little
like it.
wiggle.
Little fried pickle wiggle.
I like it.
Pickle wiggle.
Oh, the pickle wiggle.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like
I
it.
love it.
I love it.
Fried pickle dance. So, all right. So we got to the bottom of the name, which I've been dying to know since I saw you guys win out in Vegas.
Yeah.
But tell us just a little bit about. So you guys have been together. The two of you have been playing together for like 11 years. You just said, right? 2014.
Correct.
Just tell us a little bit about this version of Fried Pickles, the one that obviously qualified to go to Vegas, was together throughout the tournament, and went back to Houston as 9-ball world champions. Tell me a little bit about that team and the journey that you guys had together.
So we, a core of us were already together over the last several years, and a couple times we didn't even make it out of the city, and so we routinely change our parts out a little bit. I don't mean to call people parts, but we have to because our numbers are too high or something of that nature. And so there was 5 of us already together. I was close friends with Bobby Blanchard and his wife, and we asked them to join us this year. And they had a friend named Alex Lee, and they asked him to join us as well. So we all came together as a team and started our journey.
Yeah, so you get to Vegas, right? Tournament starts. At what point in the tournament are you guys like, you know what? Well, we might win this thing. How many teams do we have in 9-ball? 500 and something?
Yeah, it was close to 600.
Almost 600 teams.
Actually, might even, yeah.
And I know everybody comes out there, we want to win. But the reality is 1 in 600 is going to win.
Mm-hmm.
At what point over the, 4 or 5 days, however long the tournament was, were you guys like, you know what, guys, we have a real chance here?
So we really, actually, until we actually won it, it never felt like we were going to win it. So many good teams out there, and we had several close matches. We won one match by 1 ball. I think it was in the round of 32. And in the semifinals, Karen narrowly won in sudden death. And that match could have gone either way. So I don't think you ever completely feel like you're going to win it. Going in, we felt like we had a good team, but we talked with others in the community and said, we could go 2 and out, or we could win it. I said anything could happen. A lot of times it just depends on the roles, how people play that tournament, and who you run into.
Sure.
Yeah. Now, how was it playing in the Pool Dog Championship arena? Obviously, you've been playing for days. You've been playing, in the regular tournament area, and then you get in this space that, you're under a lot of pressure. How was that for you guys?
I didn't play in that.
So neither of us played in the actual final match. Karen would have played the final match, the 5th match if we got to it. But it was a great environment, and it was amazing. The lighting, the crowd. I asked our players. I said, "Were y'all nervous?" And they seemed to kind of block it all out pretty well. And so that was probably really came to our benefit that they were able to block it out and play their game. So,
yeah, that's impressive. I'll be honest, just doing the commentary for those matches, a lot of times I feel the anxiety for the players because I'm like, it's not a common experience to be playing in front of several hundred people live, maybe 1,000, 2,000 on the stream. And so it's pretty impressive that they were able to, kind of corral their emotions and continue to do what they did throughout the tournament. So I guess that's why you guys are the 9-ball world champions, because you're able to manage that a little bit better, right?
We believe so.
Yeah, and so what was that moment, when the victory, when the battle was won, when you had the victory, the trophies being handed to you, the big check? What is that experience like?
It was, I couldn't really believe it at that point. I think we were all still in shock, a lot of us.
You kind of have this dream of one day maybe trying to compete and win it all, but the odds are so stacked against you that we knew that it was, still a very much a long shot. And I think we were all in disbelief when we won it. We were speechless, to be honest with you. We probably needed a few minutes to let it all sink in.
Sure.
Yeah, and I think that's pretty common. It is a little bit of an overwhelming moment. For
sure. So when you guys got back home, what was that like? Was there any kind of a celebration where, did your bar do anything or anything like that?
We did. Our local APA chapter, and mostly it was the players, just rallied together. They put a big get-together back here in Houston on the Friday after we got back. They put balloons and cakes. And they were all very celebratory for us, which, because during the league play, we're competitors. But they all supported us during our final match. We probably had hundreds of people watching. They were live streaming the match in my bar.
Oh, nice.
And watching a sporting event. They were all cheering, and it was pretty crazy.
That's great. So I just want to bridge the gap for a second between the winning of the tournament and getting back home to celebrate. Now, you guys were telling me before we went live on the interview here that you guys actually missed your flight, not accidentally. You purposefully missed your flight back from Vegas to Houston because of you were in the championship match. And so you guys, it's my understanding you guys rented a car and you drove back to Houston. Is that right?
Yes, we did.
And how long is that drive?
It was like 22 hours.
Oh my!
And we did it straight through.
22 hours straight through. How many people?
6.
All in a car together.
Six people, 22 hours straight. How many bathroom breaks? Be honest with me.
6 or 7, maybe.
That was a few.
That's not bad. 6
Not
or
bad.
7.
Our
That's
biggest
not
6
bad.
people over
Yeah.
24 hours.
Right. And you guys all
We
made
had
it
all
back, right? All
We
made it back
did.
in
We
one
were-
piece? Okay.
And everybody's
We had
still
all
friends
meeting.
after we get back from the drive.
You know, there was not one issue on the way back in that car with all 6 of us.
Yeah.
I was
Great.
totally shocked. It was just a combining of all of us that there was just no issues. We talked about the matches. We had a good time.
Yeah, I
It was a
got to
nice
imagine
drive back.
that's a lot of time for you guys to be able to kind of reminisce about
Yeah.
the big moments throughout the week and the match and that kind of thing. Is that right?
Yes.
It was. We watched the match several times during that drive.
That's
How was the commentary, by the way?
Oh,
The commentary was
I'm
excellent.
just kidding. Okay.
it's got to make it a little better drive that they won and didn't lose. Right?
Yeah, it would be a
That they
little
had
bit
to
more. It'd be a
drive
longer
for
drive if you hadn't
24 hours.
hadn't won the match.
Definitely.
Nice. So one of the things I noticed about your team, we were just looking at the picture of the team, and it looks like it's a group from different walks of life, some different nationalities maybe, and that kind of thing, which I love, right? And I just wanted to, what does it feel like? One of the things I love about APA, right, is it does take people from all these different walks of life and puts them together, and you guys obviously reach a common goal. What does that mean to you guys to be able to take a group, a diverse group, get together, especially in this day and age where it's like we're all divided, and it seems like by the day we get even more divided. What does that mean to you guys to be able to come together with that group of people from all these walks of life and to have the success that you had in Vegas?
I think it's great.
We think it's fantastic. I mean, we started off with a close friend, one of our players, Joseph Andrada, and he kind of tapped some of his friends that were of Filipino descent. And that's how we ended up with Michael and Rex, and then of course Bobby's friend Alex. And yes, absolutely, very diverse group, but great people. And everybody's has a day job, so we all work for a living, and they're all good folks. And it was nice to be part of a group with them.
That's fantastic.
Very nice. Now, you guys said that you both have been playing in APA for a long time, right?
I've been playing for 30 years.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's
Been
amazing.
playing that long.
I recruited Karen from darts.
Okay,
She was-
nice.
She was a real dart player at my old bar, and we needed a low handicap on the team. And I said, "Have you thought about pool?" And she said, "I might try that out sometime." And sure enough, she did, and she enjoyed it. She's become a pool player now.
Haven't thrown darts.
Oh, wow. Well, you can do both still, Karen.
Yes,
you
you
don't have
can.
to choose
Yeah.
between. It's okay. We'd prefer you
really
play
liking
pool,
my
but I
pool.
think it's okay.
Okay.
So what advice would you give to potential players who are out there maybe thinking of joining the APA?
I think the thing is, I've had several people come up to me at my bar now and saying, "Hey, we want to play. We watched you guys." And I told them, I said, "Look, we all started somewhere. We all picked up the pool cue and started playing. Everyone has a chance in APA. There's an equalizer system, which should make the matches fairly equal. And, we tell them, look, even though you're a beginner, you still have a chance."
Definitely. And the more you play, the more you get better. So play, and play some more.
And
With
the team
different-
needs you.
And it doesn't matter what your skill level is. If you're playing with new people or people that have been shooting pool for quite a while, get that experience. And I think that's great for all different levels.
Nice. And just one last question before we let you guys go. You've mentioned several times your bar. What bar are we talking about there in Houston, so I know where to go next time I'm in town to play some pool?
So I own a business called Jack's Pub. We are filled with APA every night, 7 nights a week. It's been really, really solid for our business, and we kind of built our business around the APA pool structure. So we have new teams and players constantly coming in, and there's a lot of people around here that are happy to help these new folks. And we have really good quality pool tables here, and it's a fun atmosphere.
Well, that's awesome. So, folks, if you're in Houston, you want to go into Jack's Pub, you can play some pool, meet some world champions.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll even be in there, sign an autograph or get a photo, right?
But do you serve fried pickles?
Yeah, is Fried Pickles on the menu?
No, we actually do not have it. It's sad to say, but yeah, it's
You might
I
have
know,
to add them now.
but we don't. We have a lot of food providers close by. So, but we do have a new name that came out during the championship tournament, which helped calm our nerves. And we're not going to reveal the name, but maybe for 2027, some of us may be trying to come back in 8-ball and under a new catchy name, and it has a nice little story behind it. So we're not going to reveal it yet. Maybe a year from now.
So just so I know, so this is breaking news. The 9-ball world champions are rebranding for 2026. Is that what you're telling me?
We're taking a year off. We're still playing pool, and we're still playing APA, but our group together is taking a year off. But we're talking about maybe coming back in 2027 in 8-ball format under a new name.
Okay.
So it's pretty original. It'll make you laugh, and it has a lot of tie-in, helped us calm our nerves. It is a food group, I will say that.
All right.
We'll have to look out for it.
Yeah.
Keep your eyes open. It's very original, and it'll make you laugh.
Nice.
We will keep our eyes open for that.
Well, thank you guys for joining us today. We really appreciate it. And
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you, Jason and Becky.
Thank you both.
Congrats again. See you guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you.
You too.
What do you think the new food group is?
I don't know. I
Pickles.
was contemplating that myself. They said it helped calm their nerves.
I'm trying to think what it
Which
could have been.
I was not thinking food, to be honest with you, with calming nerves, but
trying to think of those food
I don't
trains
know
right outside the
what-
tournament room. What kind of foods are there?
oh, like burgers and chicken
Don't
fingers.
know.
I don't know.
Chicken fingers.
Yeah, chicken fingers.
Maybe the chicken fingers next time.
I don't know. I guess
Yeah.
we'll have to wait and find out. But
Yeah. Man, how about driving all the way back from Vegas after that? You're right. If they had not won, man, that would have been a long
that
drive.
would have been an awkward drive. Well, maybe not awkward, but
Maybe we should drive out there next
Maybe
time.
not.
Marketing team.
Maybe not.
Little road trip. Can live stream the
Yeah.
whole thing. See how that goes.
I don't think I want to drive that far.
No, man, that would be
No,
a long
thank you.
drive. But yeah, some nice folks, and she did
Very nice.
the pickle wiggle.
We got to see the pickle wiggle.
Fried pickle wiggle.
We
Don't-
didn't see
don't
that in
forget it.
Vegas, so
I want to see some teams' celebratory dances. Maybe
Send those to us.
Ask that on Facebook.
I like
We'll
that.
See your celebratory victory
Send us your
dance.
celebration dance so
you
we
got
can
a better
share
dance
it.
than the pickle wiggle? Fried pickle wiggle. That's what that'll be known as from now on. The fried pickle wiggle.
That was good. That was good. I'm glad we got to see that. But
It was a great. It's definitely a great event.
It
and,
was.
We'll do it again next year. So
we
great.
will.
We'll do it
Well,
again next
yeah,
year.
we'll do it again next year, and we'll do it in a different way in less than a month now, or less than 2 months now, I guess I should say. But I don't know if a lot of people know that there are like smaller events held around the country.
We
in
call
addition
them
to Vegas.
interleague events.
Right.
You might think of them more as like a region. I mean, we have regional events, which is why we don't call them regional events.
Right.
But you have events like the Southeast Challenge, which I know we're going to talk about, the Southwest Challenge, a lot of
There's
them end with challenge. There's the Mid-Atlantic
Yeah.
Challenge, the
yeah.
Northeast Challenge, but there's
Border battle.
the Michigan Challenge.
I think I don't know.
Michigan
I actually just worked on a flyer for that.
Yeah, like
Michigan.
there's
Invitational.
several.
Some of them are invitational.
Yeah,
too,
yeah,
I
probably
think.
something like that. So anyway, we call them interleague events, but they have multiple league areas attached to them. Maybe 6, maybe 8, maybe 12. I don't know.
Yeah.
And so a lot of those are going on in between the big Vegas events. The Border War is another one up there.
Border Battle.
Border Battle, yeah. Between Canada and the U.S. up there in, is it Niagara Falls?
Yeah, I think so.
So there's, there are a few dozen of these events now, which are great opportunity for players to play in, another higher level tournament, something beyond your local league. And I know every time you put it out on social media, people are like, how do I do that?
Yeah.
So you have to actually be in one of the league areas that is assigned slots to that tournament, and generally that requires, number one, you kind of got to be in the vicinity.
Right.
I don't think you can go from like Seattle down to the Southeast Challenge.
No.
And then your league's got to be involved, which probably means, your league operator is coordinating details and that kind of thing, and maybe even helping work the event. I'm not exactly sure, but it's not, they're not open for APA members across the country. It's usually those that are in that region, that area of the country, and their league is involved. So the best way for you to find out about those events, number one, I'm sure your league operator is putting information out there on their Facebook page or their social media, if they do email marketing. But you could also ask your league operator, hey, do we participate in any of these regional, or call them an interleague event. That's what your league operator will know it as. And that would be your starting point, I would say. But they're great, and they've really started to build them up.
I know the two that there's a couple that just happened this month that we're going to talk about here, but the two that we are going to talk about, I was like super impressed by how large they are. The first one that we'll talk about, the Midsouth Invitational. Yeah. That, like, people were saying it looks, in Oklahoma. It was at the,
looked like it was in a theater or something.
They said it was at the Grand Casino Hotel in Shawnee, Oklahoma.
Okay, it was a pretty cool setup. I saw the pictures online of what that venue looked like for the tournament. You've seen some of the pictures there, but there was like an overhead shot. It kind of looked like a big theater. It looked staging area. There's a better shot of it.
Yeah, I guess it's in the casino somewhere.
Yeah, well, that's the probably convention space within the casino, but that makes for a pretty cool venue there. I like the elevated seating and all that. Yeah,
it looks really nice. People on social media were like, oh, it looks like a mini Vegas. And I mean, to some
that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
that's the idea. It's another opportunity for APA members to play in a very cool event, and just another benefit of being part of the league.
Yeah, that one in particular, they said that they had participants from Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Arkansas at that one.
Okay.
So they paid out $38,400 in 8-ball.
Nice. Oh, just in 8. They had both.
8-ball, and then in 9-ball, $25,600 in 9-ball.
Well, shout out to you, Mid-South.
Yeah.
League operators. What, Mid-South Challenge? That was called?
Midsouth Invitational.
Midsouth Invitational. Good on you folks.
Yeah, I know.
Great event.
Matt and Nicole Seeley, they were the ones that sent the info over, so I know they had a big part in that. But I know there was lots of league operators that were involved in that for sure. So I thought we'd talk about, they also had 7 vendors, they said, too. Bad Boys was there.
Bringing in the diamond tables.
Yeah, bringing in they said it was the same tables from Vegas, I guess, which is cool. Yeah. Jacoby. So they had some pretty cool vendors there, too. So it really was literally like
it's very impressive.
Little mini Vegas.
Yep.
But I thought we'd show the photos of the winners, too.
Who we got?
So in 8-ball, the first place team took home $11,000.
Nice.
And that was Off All Day from Vincent DeVita's area. And then second place was the Swamp Donkeys from Matt and Nicole Seeley's area. You can see kind of the photos we'll be showing here.
That's a nice little graphic.
I know they did that.
We didn't do this. They did that.
No, they did this in one of the programs we like to use, Canva.
Yeah,
of course.
Nice.
And then in 9-ball, they paid out $9,000 for first place. And they said that the two teams splitted the finals, so they each ended up with $6,800.
Boo.
I know, right?
I don't like that.
I know, right?
Go for it. I mean,
Come
I know
on.
it happens sometimes, but I guess that's kind of a good sportsmanship thing. But did they actually play it out, though?
I don't know. I didn't get that info. They just gave me. I should have asked that.
I want to know who the actual champ is.
Yeah.
Split first and second. I get that for the prize money, but I want to know who the.
Yeah.
I want to know who won the actual. Well, I saw one team with a trophy there, so they must have played it out.
Oh, they did. You're right.
I saw one
You're
team
right.
holding a trophy and one without.
So the first one, it was Grasshoppers.
Okay, so they must have won the actual
Racy's
match.
area.
But
And then the second place team, well, I guess second place was, okay, I'm going to say this wrong, Palachones from
enough.
Aaron Lacey's area.
Okay.
So both Texas teams that ended up, looks like, splitting that there.
Nice. Looks
Yeah,
like a
very
great
cool.
event.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations
really
to
good
everybody
event.
who did well there and the league operators that made that happen. That's awesome.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for
I'm
them.
sure.
So huge shout out to all of them
Yeah.
as well.
Especially right after Vegas, because a lot of
I
them are in
know.
Vegas doing their
That's
thing out there.
true.
So, you know what I like about these interleague events? I think sometimes, I don't know if it's always the case, but isn't it usually like teams that didn't qualify for Vegas, like maybe they were
I think
like
so,
first
like
out of Vegas, so this is kind of like a consolation type deal, or
Yeah, kind of like a second chance qualifier type of thing.
Yeah, I think I don't know if it's always that
Sometimes,
way,
yeah.
but I like that too. You know, it's like we did really well, but we didn't get to go to Vegas, but we did go to play in this event, so
Yeah.
that's kind of nice.
Very cool. The other one, I think you mentioned earlier, that was held this month was the Southeast Challenge.
Mm-hmm.
That one's in Florida. Looks like Jacksonville. That was in Jacksonville, Florida. And it was so big that they held it in a combination of 3 locations.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I saw on their Facebook group that they had like a party bus that was going between the different
Oh, wow.
locations for people who wanted
Hey,
to go to the other locations.
sometimes you got to get creative when you don't have a big casino
Yeah.
in town there.
There's
so.
nothing available.
And there's
close
some
to
pretty
you.
large leagues in Jackson. I don't know how many. Do you know how many different leagues were in that one?
I didn't. They never gave me that info. They just said players from the Southeast. But when I looked at the winners, I mean, there's winners
From all over.
Georgia, and then a bunch from Florida.
Yeah,
Like, a
I
lot
think
of them
there's
from
teams.
Florida.
Maybe some teams from Alabama go to that.
Mhm.
Maybe South Carolina. So it's a regional
Yeah.
kind of situation, and another great event, another
Yeah,
opportunity.
for sure. Well, and they told me that they had so many teams, I guess, this year that they ended up doing 2 winners brackets. So they actually did
Multiple
2 brackets,
champions.
so they had multiple champions. So
Okay.
in 8-ball, one of the first place teams was Keep Calm and Salsa On. I like that.
Keep Calm and Salsa On.
From Tampa Bay. That's the Spano and Jeanette Lee's area.
5,500 they
Yeah,
won, huh?
5,500. And then the other 8-ball team that won in the other bracket was Christians Angels from the Jacksonville APA. So pretty nice graphics they did there too.
Mm-hmm.
Look good. That was kind of their payouts for their first place,
Look at
5,500.
that.
Yeah.
Almost 25,000.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
Very nice.
And then in 9-ball, it looks like the first place teams took home 5,000. And the first one was Shorty Sharpshooters from Southeast Georgia APA. There's a Georgia team. Nice. And then the other one was That's What She Said from APA of Central Florida.
Okay. That's the Orlando area there. 21,000 in the 9-ball.
Uh-huh.
Impressive.
Yeah, I heard from the league operator that I spoke with about the event. She said that this year's event was a lot bigger and really impressive.
Yeah.
So.
Nice. And like I
Very
said,
cool.
there's a few dozen of those that are happening around the
Yeah.
country, different times a year. But you got to check with your league operator if you haven't
Mm-hmm.
ever seen any information on it. Maybe you're not following your league closely enough on their
Yep,
social
that's
media, or
true.
you're not opening those emails you're supposed to open and read.
Yep.
So maybe pay a little more attention or talk to your league operator. But and again, it kind of goes back to what I was talking about earlier with the payouts. People are like, oh, the payouts. Another situation where payouts are happening. They may not necessarily be to the top team in
Right.
Vegas, but these are payouts that are happening as a result of things on the local level. So
Around the country.
people like to do a lot of quick math, right? They
course they
just take the big numbers and multiply them and say, look at all this money. Where's it at?
I
It's
know.
like,
Well, they say APA, we hear that all the time. APA brings in how much money
Yeah.
and, what gets paid out and that kind
I
of
feel
thing.
like we should be driving nicer cars.
Right? Right? That's a good point. Obviously, we have a lot of staff that has to get
Yeah.
paid and a lot of other things that happen.
Big
in
events
addition.
that
Big
cost
events
lots
that
of money.
cost a
People
lot of
seem to
money.
think that running the events are free. I do run into that a lot. Well, they give it to you for free because you bring in all these people. No, they
No.
definitely do not give you all that for free. I promise. They might give you a discount here or there, but they don't do that for free.
No.
There's a lot that goes into running those events. Lots of big numbers that go into running those
Oh,
events.
yeah. I mean,
Flights
bringing
for
us
people that
all out
run it,
there,
hotels.
money for meals and stuff.
Yeah,
all
you
that
gotta.
per
I mean,
diem
you gotta
money.
feed people, but but I'm just talking about like the setup of the venues,
Oh,
the
yeah.
hanging of pool table lights, The tables that come in, the staff involved and all that. It's just the porters it requires, the people that build all that, the AV people. It's pretty impressive, which is a good. I'm gonna preview. I wasn't planning on this, but we actually do have a documentary that we're working on.
Oh yeah.
I think we should have a trailer out at some point in November, and then eventually, probably before the end of the year, the whole thing. But it really kind of takes a look at the setup of our events, and I think people will enjoy getting to see that perspective that maybe they have never been able to see.
Yeah,
everything that goes into it.
You guys have seen like our time-lapse videos and stuff before, but you're not seeing everything that actually on our back end goes into it.
Yeah, so a little more context. It's one thing to see a 60-second time lapse of it all going together. It seems very simple, but when you start to hear from the people behind the scenes charged with making it work, and it's a lot of people and there's a lot of details, it's pretty cool. So that's something for you guys to look forward to as well.
I'm excited for that, for sure. So I thought we would wrap things up today. I know we showed some players' pictures and stuff, but you guys shared a lot of photos with us from your Vegas experience, essentially. So I thought that we would share some of those photos.
You asked for their Vegas stories, but you said you either didn't get exciting ones or appropriate ones. I guess people are leaving it in Vegas. I guess
we did say what happens in Vegas doesn't stay in Vegas.
Not anymore, it doesn't. But maybe people are like, yeah, I'm just gonna leave that off of social media. People are getting smart now. Like maybe I don't have to tell everybody everything all the time that I think and do and that kind of thing. So
that's not a bad thing.
But you did get some pictures.
We got a lot of pictures. So this is a part of those pictures. Those have to be downloaded one by one. So we'll just say I grabbed as many as I could and put them together in a little video that I thought that we'd share here.
Nice. It's a lot of happy people.
I know. I love seeing all those pictures that
Smiley
everybody shares
people.
with us of their, experiences they had out there.
Yeah, I mean, I hope most people would come back and have had the experience of a lifetime.
Yeah.
That's usually the goal that we kind of set for the staff is, hey, make sure people have a great time.
Mm-hmm.
You want them to come back, happy that they were able to experience it, to share
Tell
their
other
experience with
people.
others and that kind of thing. So hopefully we all did our jobs and people had a great time. And like I said, we'll do it again next year. It was so great.
Yeah. But I think that's all we've got for you guys today. Make sure to come back next month when we're going to preview the next event that we've got coming, the U.S. Amateur Championship. And until then, bye.
Adios.